And coming up here, a look at what's happening with the federal budget. The Reserve Bank has entered the discussion. Guy Debelle told an audience of economists at the Sham Memorial Lecture on Thursday night that the RBA was interested in only one thing when it came to monetary policy, and that was getting unemployment down to a level that would lift inflation into the 2 to 3% band. And he indicated that this might not be until the unemployment rate had to get to about 3% or in front of it. And I'm reading this morning John McDonnell's article on Flow News 24, where Dr. Debelle has said in this lecture that Australia might experience a housing price bubble. There are a number of tools that can be used to address this issue, says Mr. Debelle, but I do not think that the monetary policy that we are doing at the Reserve is one of those tools. Monetary policy is focused on supporting the economic recovery and achieving its goals in terms of employment and inflation. And in this, Sir John surmises that the RBA is telling the government that it is not really interested in housing prices, and that it's not really its problem, and that the government's policy is what it needs to bring to the fore when it comes to first home buyers wanting to get into a housing market, and the government fixing that with regulation and the policy instruments to do so. On Sunday, the Treasurer Josh Frydenberg revealed 3 measures as part of the pandemic budget, he's calling it, designed to ease the problem of housing affordability. The first measure will be to increase from $30,000 to $50,000 the maximum amount of voluntary contributions aspiring home owners can take from the First Home Super Saver scheme. This will enable some buyers to accumulate a deposit faster because they will only have to pay 15% tax on the income deposited into a Super Saver fund. So yes, using your own super effectively to get there. There's also will be another 10,000 places added to the First Home Loan Deposit Scheme, which can only be used for new housing. In addition to this, the government has announced a single-parent housing initiative. The new Family Home Guarantee for single parents will support up to 10,000 of these single parents with dependents over 4 years of age, commencing on 1 July 2021. So a pretty quick commencement for those. And John says, like the existing first home loan deposit scheme, it will be subject to property price caps, and all of these initiatives will lead to a hotter housing market. But as Guy Debelle says, this may be the price of getting more people back to work and more people into their own home ownership. There's always plenty of places to buy a property in the country, albeit the prices in regional areas have gone up too. But it's going to be interesting to see what the budget has to say about measures to keep people employed in regional areas, because one thing for sure, the government seems to have a real focus on infrastructure. What that is, we'll take more of a look at that too over the next couple of days here on the Flow Morning Show. Back to the music you love.